Hey, how you doing, Gunners everywhere? Opening day of the season, Arsenal 2-0 winners at home against Wolves after Manchester United won at home against Fulham as well on Friday night. And of course, Liverpool won away at Ipswich 2-0 as well. And we had Aston Villa later on winning 2-1 away at West Ham, which was a very good result for them. So Arsenal straight away from the opening day, there's no room, there's no margin for error. We've got to win every game this season, looks like. Because City, you can bet they're going away to Chelsea tomorrow. Difficult place to go, Stamford Bridge, but they've had a bit of joy. And even during preseason, they beat Chelsea, and so they expected to win there. But Arsenal had a fairly comfortable win at home against Wolves. I had predicted this to be a total dominance by Arsenal, 3-0 winners. But we saw a few uncomfortable moments, but Arsenal were up to the task and they were able to deal comfortably with it. So I'm going to give you my player ratings, including about 2 or 3 players who really impressed and one who's actually causing me a bit of a worry. And I'm also going to give you some exciting transfer news towards the end. If you're new to this channel and you've not yet subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe. We're almost coming to 1,000 subscribers. Make it happen. Let's get there. And please give this video a big like so it can be shared to Arsenal fans everywhere. Player ratings, I'm giving Ryan 8 because he made a superb save in the 36th minute to deny what could have been an equalizer for Wolves. Larsen was through with a header, but he made a good save. And later on in the second half, Saliba gave away the ball at the edge of the penalty box. And Kuna was through on goal, one-on-one with the keeper. And he made a save on that as well, although Kuna could have done better with that shot. But overall, solid performance. We saw what we like from Raya, coming out early to take dangerous crosses, and overall an assured, solid display from a keeper. White at right back, we give him a 7, very solid defensively, going up and down the flank, supporting Saka in attack. Saliba at centre back, we give him a 6 because of that near mistake in the second half that could have cost us a goal. But overall, no concern about him. I'm sure he's gonna get up to speed as the games progress. We give our other centre back Gabriel a 7, overall solid and no mistakes. Left back Zinchenko, we give him a 7 as well. Defensively was okay, supported the midfield, went up front to support the attack. He was taken off in the second half to bring on Timber. It was a moment when Wolves were having a bit of joy attacking Arsenal, but overall he had a good game. Midfield, Thomas Partey, we give him a 6. Enthusiastic runs up front, sometimes got a shot, but you felt like he left a lot of space behind him. As a number 6, he should be covering the defense a little bit more. Also, he was caught in possession a few times, and if it was a better opponent, we could have been in trouble. So he needs to get more match sharpness, and you have a feeling that when this new player comes in, Mikel Merino, Partey is likely to be the one who gives way. But of course, we have to wait until this new player signs and see how he adopts to the English game. Now, Declan Rice gets a 7, mobile, was playing more of a number 8, running up and down the pitch, had a shot inside the box that could have been a goal, but he took it over the bar, and he covered the defense as well. But of course, you could see that he didn't have the usual match fitness, not the stamina we used to see from Rice. And of course, he's just come back from the Euros. You expect him to get better and better as he plays more games for Arsenal. Odegaard also gets a 7, bordering on an 8, but I'll give him a 7 because other players deserve an 8 better than him in the forward positions. So leading the press as usual, very good with his passing, with his interplay, dictating the game from midfield. No more tidy stuff that we've come to expect from Odegaard. And could have gotten a goal. He had a shot on target that was saved by the keeper. So overall, he had a good game. Now in the forward positions, I'll give Martinelli a 6. Playing in that left flank, I felt like he could have done more. He had the usual energy and good runs that you expect from him, but his decision making in the final third was wanting today. He seems to be getting to the box in very good positions, but instead of finding a player who's better placed, or maybe damming a shot before actually making the real shot, he seems to hurry things up a little bit when he's in and around the box. And that is a sign of a player who doesn't have his confidence. Someone like Trossard, you'll see him, instead of shooting the first time, he'll dummy the shot, and then now he'll do the shot once the defender has gotten out of his path. But you can see Martinelli tries to hurry things up a little bit. I am not overly worried because we have got ready cover in that position with Trossard, but I feel like this player will need more game time before he gets back to the Martinelli that we know. I also have a feeling that this player who's coming in, Mikel Merino, could actually be the player who brings out the best in Martinelli again. The Martinelli we used to know in that season 2022-2023 when he was playing with XHAKA. We had about 15 goals from him from that left wing. So I feel like a player, a left-sided number 8 like Mikel Merino, will actually help us bring the best out of Martinelli again. So not too much worried about this player. Now, let me do the striker before I do Saka. You know, Havertz was playing number 9 and he got a goal in the first half, 25th minute, using every bit of his 6'4" frame to rise high and nod in superbly from an equally good Saka cross. And in the second half as well, he got an assist when he passed to Saka, and Saka did a bit of work before he fired in magically to score the goal. So Havertz looks like he's fighting. You know, he's telling the manager, look, I know you guys are out in the market looking for a striker, but look at me, man. I'm a number 9. I can do this thing. And to be honest, Havertz has done fairly well since he was pushed from that midfield position to number 9. He has scored a lot of goals. Today he starts the season with a goal again. During pre-season he has scored goals. He's been scoring goals for Germany in the Euros. So he's beginning to love that position, playing as a number 9 for Arsenal. Is he clinical enough to be that striker, to be that number 9 for Arsenal? Or should we still be going to the market to get a new striker? Let me know in the comment section. Saka, Starman, Starboy, will give him a 9. He had a fabulous game, played very well on the right flank. Of course, he set up Havertz with that superb cross for the first goal. And in the second half, he showed his individual brilliance with his left foot by just doing lots of work around the penalty box and arrowing that fantastic shot that we've come to expect from him with his left foot into the net. I want Saka to be scoring more of such goals. You know, he's like a Robin, because Robin is the kind of guy you knew, defenders knew that he's gonna come in and shoot with his left, but you can't stop him. He executes it so quickly and the defenders are caught flat-footed. So Saka, superb start to the season, and that is a good one because Saka scored, Havertz scores, and it sets us up nicely for the next matches. Of course, Timber came on in the second half, had very good touches. You can see that his attacking side of the game is really good. He can dribble, he's got some good turns in midfield, although sometimes he overdid it and nearly cost us a goal towards the end. But overall, a solid display from him. I give him a 6. Trossard came on for Saka, and Adezu came on for Rice. You can see Arteta is trying to manage his squad better. He's trying to give Saka a bit of rest, not play him for the entire game. You know, Martinelli was the one who deserved to come off for Trossard, but he was trying to give Martinelli more game time, you know, more confidence. He needs more game on his legs, and Saka was the one who was hooked off. Overall, the substitutes had an okay game. Now, this one was actually the easier, you know, on paper, of the opening 5 fixtures that Arsenal have this season. Of course, next week, we are going away on Saturday, 5:30 p.m. UK time to Aston Villa. And you know, Aston Villa with Unai Emery is not the best place for us to travel to. But if we have to win the league, these are the kind of matches we have to win. Now after that, we have Brighton at home before we travel away to Tottenham and then Man City away. So you see, it's not going to get easier. That's why we need our players ready and going. It's going to be a fight from the word go. I tell you what, by the end of the first 6 games, it's going to be a good gauge of how far we've come as a team. Let's see whether we get to 6 games with around 15 to 18 points. That would be a very good start to the season. Now, transfer news. Mikel Merino, the midfielder from Real Sociedad, Arsenal are said to have agreed the transfer fee finally with Real Sociedad. Now in the striker position, everyone knows that Arsenal need a striker. They need a proper gunman, a proper number 9. And Daily Mirror saying that Arsenal have narrowed down their list, their short list, to 3 strikers. Of course, Victor GYOKERES, whom we've been linked the whole summer from Sporting Lisbon, Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord, and a new one, Evan Ferguson, the 19-year-old striker from Brighton. Now, all these are superb players. But, of course, the big shot, the one who's proven himself at the highest level so far, is Victor GYOKERES from Sporting Lisbon. 43 goals in 50 matches last season. This is a player who's clearly custom-made for Arsenal. Now, I've been saying on this channel, bring this player in. They're saying that they've been demanding a £6 million Sporting Lisbon, but they could be willing to offer him for as little as 50 to 60 million pounds or 70 million, depending on which sources you're reading. So, this is a player that we should just go and get. Assuming Kate is leaving, we'll have Havertz and Jesus. We need a third striker, proven striker, who will actually be our main man if he comes in and proves himself. And that player, for me, has to be GYOKERES. Of course, we're also being linked with Santiago Jimenez, a very good striker as well. You know, Mexican striker of Argentinian origin, playing in Feyenoord. Reminds me of when we went and got Van Persie from Feyenoord, same journey sort of. And he's a very good striker. Scored 26 goals in 41 games last season. But for me, he comes second to GYOKERES. If you can't get GYOKERES, then by all means, let's get Santiago Jimenez. Now there's also Evan Ferguson, teenager, 19-year-old striker who plays for Brighton. Now we saw him come to prominence during that 2022-2023 season when he was hitting hat-tricks, scoring goals for fun, and we could see how lethal he is in front of goal. and he looks like a player who can actually flourish to be a top striker. But he's got a lot of potential, bags of potential, and there are lots of competition from Manchester United and Chelsea as well. So is he the striker that we need at this moment? Because he looks like more potential rather than end product. It looks like he can come in and be an understudy to someone like Havertz and then blossom into a world beater. But do we need a player who has got potential this time, or do we need someone who can come in and potentially be the main man? Leave your views in the comment section and let me know which of these strikers you'd like us to get in as soon as possible, ASAP. Thanks for your time, guys. Exciting season ahead. I'll be bringing you all the post-match analysis. I'll be giving you Arsenal transfer news as it happens within the next 2 weeks while the transfer window is still open. If you've not done so, please take a moment to subscribe and give this video a big like. Let's grow this channel together. Till next time, peace. See you later. Bye-bye.